Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, I am here to give my take on the epic fail that was the Teddy Riley and the Babyface IG battle. So last night, unless you were in some sort of coma or just wasn't aware, I don't know, but everybody that was anybody was in this Instagram live battle between Babyface and Teddy Riley. And so it was so funny because it was such a hype up until last night. Like it was the rage. Like they talked about it all week. You know, the people that was for Team Teddy, they were ready. And the people that were for Team Babyface, we were ready, you know. And even though both of them have a catalog of professional recordings and writings and producing, and they both are kings in their own right. But for the purpose of this battle and just for the purpose of just being absolutely bored during quarantine, you just have these things that have been going on. So let me update you. So last night we get in there, and like I said, anybody that was anybody was in there in the live. You had Mariah Carey, you had Dougie Fresh, you had Swiss Beat, Tim, like everybody, and then you had Tamar, and then you had what I'm trying to say, like news people, just everybody was in there and they were waiting because if you're of a certain age, these people have a catalog that have really just you grew up on their music, right? So for me, I went in already knowing I was team Babyface for sure, without a doubt. I don't even care. I don't care what Teddy was gonna play or whatever. Like I'll be fair and give him his point, but I was Babyface, team Babyface from the start. So let's start from the beginning. So you have all these people and we're waiting, right? And so it already started off comical because you have Babyface, who is definitely of a certain age, who we were literally waiting on for about 30 to 45 minutes. So here we are in Instagram Live. Teddy, you can see Teddy started the live. So he's already there, right? And he's got this whole entourage. He's in this grand studio. He's got his backup man, his DJ, his this, his that. He's got his fresh outfit on. He's got his shades. He's got his mic. Like he's ready. So we ready, you know? So I'm like, uh-oh, you know, wasn't really scared for Babyface, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be so good. So they're doing mic checks. They're scratching. They're doing whatever it is that they need to do to prepare for this Instagram Live. And at the same time, the comment section was lit up. Like the comment section is matchless. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care. I don't care. The comment section for what I like to say, Black Twitter or Black Instagram is matchless. So we're in the comment section and everybody's like, somebody go help Uncle Babyface out because y'all know he don't know how to do Instagram Live and stuff like that. So basically, we're sitting here waiting on Babyface to come into the live. You have all the people in the comment section telling them, tell them just to comment. We can click them on. Like everybody's trying to help Teddy Riley out. So right then and there, we should have known that it was going to be a disaster because Teddy did not listen to the people in the comments and his person who actually it wasn't Teddy, it was his person that he had running that part of the battle. So anyway, so he had this female, she was there. I don't know who she is, but anyway, so she was there and she was adding people and you know, everybody's like, just wait till he comes on. He's in the room. So he comes in the room and they still don't know how to add him. So here we are, the audience, the people, we're sitting here waiting and anticipating this moment, and we can't get Babyface on live. Finally, after about 45 minutes, Babyface comes in. I'm laughing already because it's the next day and I am still cracking up. So anyway, so Babyface comes in. Babyface comes in. Where are my shades? I don't have no shades. Dang it. So basically, Teddy Riley has his show going on behind him. Babyface comes in. Babyface has his jacket, his shirt. He's sitting in a room like me, like literally the only thing is you can see his desk. Babyface had his AirPods in and his shades. And that was it. Babyface was like, I'm ready. So he comes in. Teddy starts with the show. He's got his people all over. They just doing all kind of stuff. And then it takes them literally 7 minutes to figure out who's gonna go first. So basically, Babyface is like, look, I got seniority. I'm gonna let you go, young man. You go first. Teddy Riley's like, no, man, you go first. So I'm like, okay, this is giving me, triggering me back to the days of Baddest Man Hit My Hand, and we're gonna go back and forth and the shoulder thing and all this. Just fine if that's what y'all gonna do. So we get to the point where they decide, okay, Teddy's gonna go first. So Teddy goes first, and one of these days, my next video will definitely be a nail video. But as you can see, I have these braids I want to redo, and I can't redo them with nails on. But anyway, that was a sidebar. Plus, my hands were ashy, and I had to put a thing on, which I usually do an ash check. But anyway, so we decide, and Teddy goes first. Teddy begins to play his music, okay? And I am not exaggerating. I am not even, the sound sounded like, and I even commented in the live, I said, it sounds like he's playing from a Walkman, and it was echoing, and it was bad feedback. And Babyface was just sitting there like, and everybody in the comments were like, it's echoing, it's bad sound, stop the music. And the music that what he played was good. He started off with a very good song, but we couldn't even appreciate it because it was like, it echoed, and it was just horrible sound. And he kept playing it. He was jamming to it. It was the funniest thing because everybody in the comment section was trying to tell him someone on his team. Because again, I don't necessarily blame Teddy. I blame his entourage of non-social distancing, non-mask wearing people that was around him that were not in the comments to see what we were saying. There was nobody there that was trying to get the audience's experience, which to me would have been a number one as a production. Like, I want somebody in the audience to see what everyone else is saying. So you can have a direct line to me and you tell me what to correct and when to correct. Well, anyway, so he's just getting it. And I don't know if I'm going to attach, you know what? I'm going to let you go research it because it's out there. Go to Twitter, go to everything. And it is on there where the beginning where he played his first song, he was getting it. His hype man was back there. And I mean, my hype man was going, and we are in the comments mortified. We are in the comments going, I don't know what y'all jamming to, but this sound is horrible. It is echoing. It is absolutely terrible. So song finishes. Everybody's going, crazy. Babyface obviously didn't hear the feedback that we heard. So Babyface, and it was really cute because it was very interesting to see after each one, because we got to 3 songs. Okay. That's how far we got before the crap got shut down. But anyway, so after each song, they did some sort of historical context of what it was going on. So it's like, hey, you and I worked on this cat together, and we did this. And then he'd be like, yeah, how old were you doing this? And, how did you do that? So that's how that went. So it was Babyface's turn, and Babyface was like, okay, I see what you're coming with. And that was all Babyface is a man of very few words. He said what he had to say. He was being shady a little bit, just a little bit in a few of his comments. It was funny, but I don't even think it was intentional shade at all. I think he's just that cool. So then Babyface played his music, and it was crystal clear. Every time Babyface talked, it was crystal clear. There was no feedback. There was anything. But then Babyface was coming with the hits. Okay. So everybody in the comments was like, okay, Babyface won. It wasn't even about the audio at that point because what Babyface countered with the song, it was on point. Like, it was good. They both had good songs, but Babyface came with it. Go back to the second song. Same exact thing happens. Everybody's jamming the Teddy song, but in the comments, we're like, we can't hear. We like this song, but we can't appreciate it because it's echoing. It's echoing. So as you can see, if you haven't seen this, but you've seen some of the memes, one of the memes that was going around was saying how Teddy Riley had, those microphones, parents, you know what I'm talking about. Every kid has had it. If you're of a certain age, you probably had it. I don't remember having it as a kid, but I know the younger, if you're 20 something, you definitely probably had it because I bought it for my kids. But anyway, it's the microphone and you're talking and it echo, 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 echo. So there's memes going around with Teddy Riley having that echo. It's just all kind of memes. So anyway, we get to the third song. Same thing back and forth. Babyface was clear. Teddy Riley was a hot mess. So at this point, you probably are going to see in the memes where you'll see Teddy Riley stopping, has his hands on his looking. He's turning around like, what are y'all doing? It's the funniest thing. the comment section was matchless. I can't even tell you what the comment section was. I mean, it was hilarious. Okay. And that was really the only reason why a lot of people stayed, because the roasting was just off the chain. Right. And so, and I'm talking roasting from common people like myself all the way up to mega stars like Mariah Carey, to politicians, to freaking journalists that was in there. Like, it was hilarious. Okay. And so as he's fussing at his crew, and we all like, you should have been like, all you need is your Instagram account and a computer and play the records. That's all you needed, Teddy. Like everybody's like, look at Babyface, Uncle Babyface, as they said. He's just on here and he's playing his music. So it's the funny. So we get to round 3. Teddy's freaking out on his people. They did not cut the live. So we're watching him freak out on his people. As he's freaking out, cords flying all over. Like, it was absolutely, okay, let me say, I'll save that to later. So it was absolutely hilarious. And what made it even funnier was, as all this chaos was happening on Teddy Riley's end of things, Babyface was literally like, Teddy. Okay. And he picked up his phone and he come back, Teddy. That had me on the floor. I was done, because Babyface was the epitome of unbothered and the epitome of patience. Like, it was the funniest thing. And I am not doing and describing it. I should have followed my mind and recorded this thing, but I didn't. But I should have. So anyway, so we get to that point, and so Teddy's like, okay, time out. We need to start over. So they take us for another 15 to 20 minutes, fixing chords. Babyface, like I said, started checking email, writing new songs, eating his almond milk and coffee. I don't know what he was doing, but he definitely was not engaged in their foolishness. But he had the patience of Job to allow them to figure whatever it was out. He was just sitting there. We were clowning him. So anyway, he comes back. Okay, we're ready. The sound is ready. Now, again, mind you, this is all on Instagram Live. So this is all streaming. We're all watching it in real time and roasting and everything else. And by that time, the memes had already started, I'm sure. So we get back. Y'all, guess what? Teddy Riley had the nerve, the gall, to suggest that we start over. Should we start the battle over? Everybody in the comment section lost it. Here you have us on live for at least an hour in this crappy sounding. No, we're not starting over. But guess what they did? So Babyface was like, whatever y'all want to do. Baby didn't care. Baby knew what he had. He had a catalog of hits and he had the equipment. He was chill. Like, listen, it was so funny. So Babyface said, whatever y'all want to do. Somebody lied to Teddy Riley and said that the comments and the people wanted him to start over. We did not. Simultaneously, everybody was like, no, round 4, that's where we're at. We're done. We're sitting here. We're waiting on y'all to figure this out. You claim to be the professional in all of this, and we are the ones who go live on Instagram all the darn time, and you ain't get it together. Now, enough is enough. Round 4, child, they started over. Not only did they start over, Teddy started over with the same exact song. So I guess the premise was play one song, whatever. I don't even think we got to 2 songs. By that time, everybody's like, the sound isn't any better, y'all. The sound did not get any better. So at this point, the roasting it's just like they're losing numbers. But the people that was there for the foolishness and mayhem, we were there and we were all in. We were ready. So we're sitting there and as we're clowning or whatever. So he was like, okay, Timbaland, I want to say. It was either Timbaland or Swizz. One of those two, they put it in the comment section. It was like, it's too much history going on right now for this to be all shitty or whatever they said, right? And so I guess Swizz or Timbaland, I can't remember which one. They must have called Teddy, or they called Teddy or somebody on Teddy's team and was like, man, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. And those two were the ones that I want to say that produced it, so to speak, or arranged the whole thing. You know, they were like the Don King of this battle. So they called Teddy Riley, like, no, it's too many giants on here. You guys listen, y'all, they had 500,000 people on that live. Okay. There was a 500,000 people. They basically was giving us a free concert, right? 500,000 people on that live. And Swizz was like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. And the people deserve better. So y'all need to go off and figure it out and then call us back, basically. So Teddy's like, okay. So he comes back like it was his idea. Okay, y'all. So we're going to do this. It's too much history going on. It's too much history in this live and in this moment for us to just mess it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix this. Y'all hold on. So then one of his sidekicks, because he had many of them in that studio, none of them were wearing masks. None of them were social distancing. It was hilarious. So unless all of them are in a house together and have been in a house together the entire time, they all just put themselves at risk. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. So anyway, one of his wingmen came in and he was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Because as he was fussing at people, again, it remained on live. So it's even more roasting that's happening because we're all watching him correct all these people. It was like, y'all listen, these times that we're living in, some people don't really have much to laugh about. And some people are really, really scared. A lot of you have been sick or whatever. And I'm telling you, I needed that laugh. It was the best. And honestly, it wasn't even laughing at Teddy Riley. It was actually the comment section, as you know. Okay. So the guy comes back, he says, this is what I want you to do. I want you to log off, tell 2 people about this streaming, and then come back. The comment section blew up. We're like, we're not doing this. Like, this is a 30 minute. He was like, and come back at 11:30, whatever it was. So mind you, on my coast, it was about 8, 9. So on the West Coast, it was a lot later, earlier. But this was happening on the East Coast. And so the East Coast, it was like 11 something. We're like, no. They're like, no, we're not doing, no. So the comment section blows up. So, at that point, Babyface left a long time ago. Like, as soon as they were like, okay, Babyface just walked out. He just got up and walked out. He probably went to go take a shower, get a massage, eat his food, and go to bed. Like, he was done. He was done, right? So they kept it on live, and then they figured like, oh crap, like people can still hear us. So finally somebody clicked it out. The funniest night ever in a while. Okay. The funniest thing ever. And again, I want to say it wasn't necessarily laughing at the situation in the sense of laughing at someone. The comment section was the GOAT. Okay. And it was just really, 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 really sad to see because these were giants. Now, Babyface, like I said, he came ready and he was right. He didn't, he didn't have all that going on. He literally was in his office playing whatever. Teddy Riley, for whatever reason, and I guess I want to say that there were 3 lessons here. So the first one for me was that you have to find humor in these times and days. And as much as we want to feel sorry for Teddy and everything else, I'm telling you, it was the best laugh ever. And don't sleep on these Instagram lives where these DJs are going live or your favorite makeup artist, myself, anybody. Don't sleep on that because it's so refreshing, right? The other thing, one of the biggest lessons to me, and a lot of people seem to think the same thing, Teddy Riley felt the need to perform. He knew he was going against this great, right? But he didn't realize that I'm not going to say he didn't realize. He forgot that he had a whole line of greatness behind him as well. All he had to do was come with himself. But he chalked it. I'm telling you, he had his outfit. He had a hat. He had this. He had that. He had this whole great big entourage behind him. And every time, and this is what got me. This is what got me. I was so annoyed. Every time he was about to play a song, not only did he have to talk it up, he had to go. He conducted it. He conducted it in. Like, are you serious right now? Why are we conducting these songs in? Press play and play the darn music. Okay. So ultimately, it was an ultimate fail. Like it was a fail. And I'm going to say this with all due respect and everything else. If Ghetto needed a moment to, if ghetto needed an example to be in a video or something like that, in a dictionary, that would have been it. That definitely would have been it. That was a very teachable moment for those who are in content producing, those that are in entertainment and everything else. That was so many lessons in that. Is number one, you need to do a mic check. You need to, a tech check. You need to do a video check. You need to know your equipment. Number two, when you're going against somebody great, just be yourself. You don't have to bring something else that you wouldn't normally or necessarily need. Like the people just wanted the music. That's all we needed. We didn't need all this every time you were conducting and the foolishness and the hype man over here. What you hyping for? You should be home, social distancing. And all them people around him, and none of them, absolutely nobody on your team was reading the comment section to correct you. And if they were, you need to fire them anyway, because they weren't really on your side anyway. They wanted you to look like a fool, because from the moment Teddy started talking, everybody was in the comment section saying, this is not right. Sound is off. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. But I believe Teddy, his nerves was all over the place. He was excited to go against somebody who he looked up to. And it was just really a mess, you know? And so the lesson there is just be yourself, but come with yourself. Like, you are enough. What you do and how you do is enough, man. I'm telling you. And then finally, I just want to tell you, because I'm probably not going to drop the different pictures and stuff like that. If you want to know what I am talking about and you're like, okay, where can I find it? I'm telling you right now, if you're on Facebook, you can look up, you probably could just search Teddy Riley or Babyface. Twitter, as of this morning, they were trending on Twitter, something fierce. And it was the funniest thing. Let me check my Twitter. It was so funny. I've been watching these memes because everybody that I know that have watched it, like, we laughed for 45 hours after it happened. And then we went to sleep and woke back up and I am still laughing. Like, it was that funny. Okay, so what's trending? That's a whole nother video. Okay, so it's dropped. It's dropped significantly. But if you're on Twitter, hashtag Teddy Riley. It's number 23 on Twitter at this moment, in Sunday, 12 something at night. In the afternoon. So it's Teddy Riley versus Babyface. And it is trending on 23. You click on that and it's giving you all the goodness and mercy and all the laughs and everything else. So y'all, this is that moment. This is that moment I was telling y'all where I knew it was going to be a meme. Where Teddy Riley was turning around, fussing at his people. That thing was so funny. Listen. Yes. Okay. Somebody got my point. This is what I said. Y'all look at that. That's a mess. But anyway, it looked like he was streaming from a boombox. Like, it was horrible. It was absolutely, look at the hype man. Let y'all see the hype man. And we can't hear the sound of he jigging and jamming. Like, are you serious right now? It was a hot mess. So anyway, I had to come in and give my 2 cents, give my take, because I am still laughing. I am still enjoying the memes and the commentary and everything else surrounding it. And just thank you. If you've watched to this point, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, leave a comment down below if you watched this live, if you were there with me, if you agree with my sentiments, if you thought if you thought Teddy Riley won, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.